Alrighty, I have introduced these gears to you before, and now I am going to sort of give you a little clue on how to play with them at an early developmental level. Ooh, what a mess. Can you draw me a picture?
Yeah.
Okay, what are you going to draw? A birdie or a swing? Or a fish?
It's so cool.
Oh, that is so cool. I have my late little lingering friend here with me today. He's drawing on the chalkboard, so I figured it would be a good time to show you how we play with gears for our kids who are minimally verbal or who are just sort of learning how to request. So again, we have a communication book, and if your child can handle this many things, then
so pink.
yeah, your hand turned pink from all that chalk. That's cool. Yeah. If your child can handle this many pictures, that's fine. If not, we don't put so many in. Maybe we just leave 2 in there, or we just leave 3.
Look up in the air.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm going to put a link in the upper left-hand corner to where you can see my video on how to use communication books, because that will help you sort of decide what level you should be gearing this communication strategy for the particular students or child in your life. But we're going to assume that this child picks gears, and then we help her request, I want gears, please. And then we get out the gears. Again, it's in a box that's very difficult for a young child to open. And so we have her request, help please. So there's my little help please attached to the upper right hand corner of this book. Sometimes I also put a finished over in this corner, but the help please is really good. So I'm going to put this box here and just leave it there and just sit and look with expectation at the child. And then point to this and look again with raised eyebrows and a smile on my face like I'm waiting for her to say something. And I just point and look at her, and I might say as a little reminder. And if she doesn't say help please, then I say help please. And then we open the box. And I don't get out all the gears. I just get out the requesting board and I put all the gears back in the box. We use this big one first because it makes everything go around faster, and it's something to do with physics. And so we put the big one in the middle, but then we let her choose from all of the rest of them. So let's say she chooses this one. We just practice, I want gear, please. And then I get the gear out, and I usually hold the box because I don't want the child just grabbing gears on. There we go. I don't want the child just to grab gears herself because I want to work on actually requesting them in a way that is appropriate for her development. So when that is done, I put it aside in my little cast-offs pile because I don't want to have it on the requesting board because it's already finished. I have so many gears that I have them on the front and the back, so I flip it over every once in a while just to remind her that there's more. I want gear, please. Get another gear out. Which one did I get? Ah, this one. Sometimes I let the kids control the buttons. Sometimes if they just keep switching them back and forth like this, it can actually damage the toy because the motors get all confused. So I don't let them do that. Sometimes I spin it around so the kids don't really notice the buttons or just don't play with them. But at this level, it's pretty much all about just getting the kid to repeat over and over, I want gear, please. It doesn't matter what the gear is as long as they say gear or practice saying gear or just hear these words regularly. So many students who were totally nonverbal when I started working with them, and this was the one toy that pretty much all of them loved enough to practice saying these words that many times. And If you're wondering why I have suddenly changed as far as vocal quality and possibly volume, somehow I think I covered up the camera's microphone while I was videotaping since I was holding it in my hand last time. And so I'm just going to finish overdubbing it this way. And what I was saying in the video at this point is that it's very important to do this kind of repetition of the same exact words and the same exact visual reminders and cues, especially if your child is minimally verbal and just learning language, or if your child has something called apraxia of speech. An apraxia is any sort of difficulty sequencing muscle movements. So it's very difficult for people with apraxia to sequence the movements that create speech sounds. And one of the best ways to overcome that difficulty is by repeating the same exact words a lot of different times, over and over and over and over. And this activity is one way to make that repetition fun, because you're getting a new gear every time you say, "I want gear, please." If your child has a lot of difficulty with verbal language, maybe all your child is saying is gear or please, but he or she is practicing every single time, either moving her mouth or saying the words themselves, and that is all extremely helpful. And so I hope that you enjoyed this video. Leave me questions if you have them.